Okay, tell me if this sounds familiar or not. You wake up at like 6:30 in the morning, right? Somewhere around there, and you go to your computer and you see what shoots have came back from your editor. You go, "All right, I have 2 out of the 5 shoots from yesterday that came back and are ready to go." Except they're not ready to go. You download them, you put them in Lightroom, you make sure all the little tweaks are done, make sure everything looks good. Then you upload them, send them off to the clients, and you're good to go, except you're not good to go because you still have 3 more shoots that you have to get out. But now you have a shoot at 10 o'clock. So you go to that shoot at 10 o'clock, then you have one at 12 o'clock, then you have one at 2 o'clock, and now your phone's ringing because you're scheduling more shoots, and the shoots that you still have to get out, those 3 remaining shoots, they're calling you saying, "Hey, are the photos almost done?" And you're like, "Yeah, they'll be done real soon, I promise." And then you rush home and you get to your computer and you're like, "Okay, let me download the other 3, let me send those off." And now it's like 5 o'clock, you're sending photos at the end of the day, and now the process starts all over. You're uploading your photos, the raw photos, to be edited overnight, and you're back at it again at 6:30 in the morning. And that's not even adding in all the video editing that I'm sure you are probably doing as well. So if that sounds familiar, this video is for you. All right, guys, before we get into it, I started a TikTok and I really want you to go follow it. If you could go follow me on TikTok and Instagram, that would be awesome. Trying to grow that, trying to bring a whole lot of value to that page. Anything that I can't quite fit into a YouTube video, I'm trying to put on there. You know, the 30-second question and answers, the little tidbits that I can just give you quickly. I feel like that's a really good place for me to do that. So before we get into this video, pause it, go follow me. All right, thanks. Okay, so obviously that is where I was, and there needed to be a solution. And I can't tell you how many times I said to myself, and said out loud for that matter, "I need to hire help. I need to hire help." And it just took me so long to be able to actually hire that help for whatever reason, but I finally did it, and I wanted to give you guys the points, the things that I learned, the things that I was looking for. Hopefully this helps you. Okay, first, let's go over what skills they should have. So a big skill that a lot of people probably don't think about is I want them to be able to have Lightroom and Photoshop skills, because all of these photos, they come back pretty good. I would say, for me anyway, the photos come back at about 90% of the quality that I want to personally deliver. But for me, I want them to be perfect. So I download them. I, might remove a car. I might remove a stain in the carpet. I might, change the lighting a little bit. There's just a bunch of little tweaks that I do to try to make sure I'm delivering a perfect product. So I need my creative director to be able to go into Lightroom and Photoshop and be able to fix those things for me. To go along with that, I wanted somebody that had some design and video editing skills. They don't have to be a master video editor by any means, but I want them to be able to look through it, pull it into Premiere Pro, make a minor tweak if they have to, but definitely be able to communicate with the video editor just in a knowledgeable way to be able to say, "Hey, I need this and this and this tweaked." That was a first big requirement for me, not just like an admin person that could create an invoice and send an email. I needed somebody that had an awareness and that was very creative and understood the process of what I actually do. So that was the first thing that I was looking for, and obviously it's just a major part to the role. I have built a brand that has a pretty good, I think anyway, I'm a little bit biased, but a pretty good brand as far as, luxury content, trustworthy, high level of service, and I want to maintain that and continue it and really make it better. So I'm looking for somebody that can help grow the business in that direction. And you have to also think, and this is a piece that I really had to get over in my head, that it's actually, you're thinking that it's not me delivering it, so the value is going down a little bit, but it's really the opposite. The value goes up. People see that, hey, my shoots are getting delivered earlier. I'm not getting shoots delivered at 5 o'clock the next day, the end of the business day. I'm getting them delivered by noon. So that is a huge value add. And when you can get over that mindset of everything has to be done by me, that's really when you start to you think about the business differently, no longer the solopreneur, if you will. So that was a big thing, getting over that hurdle, making sure that value is top of mind, and having somebody that was creative, somebody that communicated well, and somebody that knew how to work Adobe. The next thing I was looking for is not just somebody for those day-to-day tasks that are obviously really important, but somebody that can help me with the growth of the brand also. So for me, I was looking for somebody that was capable of posting to social media, creating a plan, somebody that I could just easily communicate with, pick up the phone and say, hey, I need this, this, and this. Very big deal. And I wanted to utilize this position of creative director for, again, not just the day-to-day tasks, but how can we together work on marketing? How can we together work on advertising pieces? How can we together just focus on branding and anything that needs to be done on the website and things like that? I was really looking for an all-encompassing position that can kind of just replace all of the back-end work that I have to do every day. The last thing that I was really looking for is somebody local. And I know a lot of people might be against that. Totally fine. I know other companies do hire VAs, virtual assistants, and have a lot of success with that. For me, though, I wanted somebody that I want to grow like a good local team. Of course, my editors are overseas. That's just a part of this industry. With the very fast turnarounds, you kind of need somebody overseas. But for everything that I can do here in my town, I would like to keep here in my town. And it's very nice if I can go, hey, I need an SD card. My SD card is full. Can you run me over an SD card? Or my batteries just died. I need a little bit of help. Or for that matter, we're opening up an office right now, which is where I am. And I would love for somebody to be able to come in and work in the office and help out in here. So there's a lot of different factors to why, but the local aspect was really important to me. So I know a lot of you probably are going through those growing pains that I was mentioning in the very beginning, and this position is so crucial to your growth and you being able to reach another level. It really opens up your day and allows you to do so much more. Where I was cramming as much as I possibly could into the day to just get the normal things done, now my time has come back around to where I can go do my shoots, my other photographer can go do those shoots, and then I can rely on my creative director to do all of the back end work for me while I continue to grow the business. And not only, grow the business by myself, but grow my business with the creative director. We work side by side, and it has been a really big game changer as far as scaling this company. So one last thing on that is a lot of people, myself included, look to hire a photographer first. Like that's their first piece to the puzzle when trying to scale. And I actually don't think that's correct. I did hire a photographer first, and looking back, I think especially after seeing, how much this has impacted the amount of time that I have available in the day. Instead of you immediately looking at how much more revenue you can bring in, you should probably get yourself set up to be able to handle the extra revenue. So as if it weren't hard enough for me to deliver all of the shoots every single day, I added another photographer, and now we're doing twice as many. So in some instances, it's like 10 shoots a day. That's kind of totally max. But just imagine it's 10 shoots a day, and the next day you're doing the same thing. How do I get all of those shoots out for two different photographers? So it definitely became a problem once I hired another photographer. And if I had hired the creative director first, even if it took some of the revenue away from me, it would absolutely make the transition into more photographers much easier. So guys, I hope that is super helpful. Remember, please go follow me on TikTok. Definitely trying to grow that account there, trying to answer a bunch of small questions that don't quite make it into a YouTube video, but I'm able to, just put it into a bite-sized 30-second piece. And yeah, that's going to be it for me on this one, guys. I am definitely going to be pumping out more content. Please subscribe and comment down below what kind of videos you would like to see, because I will make it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.